Archaeologists don't dig dinosaurs. And other things archaeologists don't do. Well, archaeologists don't dig dinosaurs. They do sometimes dig mammoths. Their bones are used for houses. And some ancient people killed them for food. But archaeologists never dig Godzilla or Chewie. Archaeologists almost never find large caches of silver, gold, and jewels. And if they did, the silver would be black, and everything would be covered with dust. Mice would have nested in the jewels, and inevitably they'd be fake. Many archaeologists wish they would find gold, silver, and jewels, but they don't. Some archaeologists spend their entire lives looking at anthills, trying to find just a single turquoise bead. It's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Archaeologists do sometimes find graves with grave goods and skeletons, perhaps. But when they do, they certainly aren't stupid enough to decide to enter the tomb, walk inside, sit down on a chair, and wake up looking into the eyes of a skeleton. Archaeologists do find spider webs sometimes, but they almost never find conquistadors with breastplates and helmets. I'm sure that there are archaeologists who own motorcycles. I'm sure they ride them and have a lot of fun. I'm guessing they probably wear helmets, but I doubt they use the motorcycle for work. Archaeologists don't usually find themselves in a situation facing a villain with a large knife. Most sane archaeologists don't attempt to disarm the villain with a whip. They might use a gun if they had one, but most archaeologists don't carry a gun. And they certainly don't get themselves into a situation where they have to subdue someone with a frying pan. Archaeologists certainly push wheelbarrows, but they don't usually have to pull wagons by hand to get their supplies where they're going. Most archaeologists throughout their entire career will never find a temple with the Ark of the Covenant protected by two Egyptian god figures. They probably won't find any temple at all. And even if they did, it wouldn't be infested with snakes. And more snakes. It just doesn't happen. If archaeologists did find a temple, and that temple contained the Ark of the Covenant, they certainly wouldn't hand carry the Ark of the Covenant slowly across empty fields for absolutely no reason at all. In the movies, people sometimes run towards each other through a beautiful green field, catching each other in their arms and gazing into each other's eyes. Archaeologists don't do this. As a matter of fact, I don't know anybody who does this. Archaeologists do sit around campfires. They do camp out when they're working, and they sometimes stay in tents, although motel rooms are better. And so are stoves and heating units. Sometimes archaeologists have to cook and fend for themselves. They do this pretty well outside in the campfire or on a stove. They get their own provisions, and sometimes they even eat healthy food. Archaeologists often use backpacks, but they never use that side pack that Indy's so famous for. Sometimes archaeologists encounter difficulties, like bad weather, insects, rodents, and snakes. But on the whole, archaeologists like what they do. They'd have to. They don't get paid very well. With all that, archaeologists wouldn't have it any other way. And they don't dig dinosaurs.